I just watched a coach blow a 5K sale in 30 seconds, and it had nothing to do with her offer. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 sales mistakes that instantly make you look desperate and amateur, even if you're incredibly talented at what you do. I'm going to break down the exact words and behaviors that repel high-ticket clients when your helpful follow-ups are actually killing your deal, and the one mindset shift that transforms you from pushy to magnetic. Stay until the end because I'm sharing the phrase that immediately disqualifies tire kickers and attracts serious buyers. I'm Carla Treadway, and I've been in sales conversations for over 10 years, both as the seller and helping my clients master their own sales process. I've seen coaches go from awkward, desperate sounding conversations to confidently closing 10K, 20K, even 50K deals. And today I'm going to show you the exact system that separates the amateurs from the pros. Mistake number 1, the discount disaster. My one client, she had him ready to buy at full price. Then she said the 7 words that cost her $3,000. Look, you're on a discovery call and it's going amazing. They're nodding, they're engaged, they're talking about their problems like you're reading their diary. You can feel it. This is going to be a yes. So what do? You panic and you offer them a discount. No. Well, normally I charge 5K, but I could do 3,500 for you. Or I have a payment plan if that helps. Or my personal favorite disaster. I know it's a lot of money, so look, you think you're being helpful. You think you're removing objections. But what you're actually doing is telling them that your offer isn't worth what you're charging. You're teaching them that if they hesitate, you'll drop the price. You're training them to negotiate with you before they've even said no. And here's the worst part. They were ready to pay full price, but now they're wondering what's actually wrong with your offer because you're already so quick to discount it. Here's what to do instead. Confident sellers, they don't discount. They know their worth and they stick to it. When someone asks about the price, they say, the investment is 5K, and then they shut up. No justification, no apology, no immediate discount. If someone can't afford it, that's information. That's not a problem for you to solve by lowering your standards. Your price is your price. Own it or change it, but never apologize for it. Canadians, I'm talking to you. Mistake number 2, the follow-up fiasco. Look, we all know that following up is good, that a lot of you are leaving money on the table by not following up. I once watched a coach send 47 follow-up messages to one prospect. I'm not kidding. Do you know how desperate she seemed? That's a lot of messages. If someone doesn't respond to your proposal, you don't want to become a human boomerang. Day 1, just following up. Day 3, wanted to make sure you got my email. Day 7, I know you're busy, but day 14, last chance to get started. If you're checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if they responded, you're going to start putting out energy that will repel them. If you're crafting the perfect follow-up message to finally get their attention and then just relentlessly selling this out, if you're analyzing their social media activity like a private investigator, okay, she posted on Instagram, so she's around. Why didn't she respond to my email? That's bad juju that you're putting out there. If you are coming across that person, if you're constantly thinking about them, if you're sending 17 texts in a row, you think that you're being persistent, but you're actually just kind of acting a little crazy. You think that you're showing interest, but you're actually showing desperation. Here's the professional approach. Professional follow-up has boundaries. 1 follow-up after a week, maybe 2 if there were genuine interest. After that, move on. The confident coach knows that if someone wants what you're selling, they're going to respond. And if they don't respond, they're either not interested or not ready. Neither of those problems get solved by more emails. Your energy is way better off spent finding new prospects than chasing old ones who've already shown you where you stand. They're not interested. And what this is actually is good information for you to improve your pre-qualifying process, maybe your content on how you nurture those leads in the first place, or your sales skills on that call. Mistake number 3, the objection obliterator. My one client, Sarah, she spent 20 minutes trying to convince someone who said, I need to think about it. And she lost a client who was actually ready to buy. If someone gives you an objection and you turn it into a debate, I need to think about it. Well, what specifically do you need to think about? Let me address every possible concern you might have for the next 30 minutes. Or, I can't afford it, but can you afford not to invest in yourself? Let me break down the ROI and show you 17 different ways that this pays for itself. Here's a big one. I need to talk to my spouse. Well, what questions do you think that they'll have? Let me give you all the answers so that you can convince them. Again, you think that these are good sales skills. You think that you're being helpful, but what you're actually doing is arguing with someone who's trying to politely say no. You're making them defend their position instead of respecting their decision. And you're training your nervous system to believe that every objection is a problem you need to solve instead of information that you need to accept. Here's the right way to handle objections. Here's what changed everything for me. Objections aren't problems to solve, they're information to receive. When someone says, I need to think about it, the right response is, absolutely, take all the time you need. What questions can I answer to help you make the best decision? Then you shut up and you listen. If they're genuinely interested, they'll ask questions. If not, they'll give you a polite non-answer. Either way, you have your information and you can respond accordingly. Mistake number 4, the qualification catastrophe. Mike spent an hour pitching someone who had zero intention of buying anything ever. He was so excited that someone booked a call with him that he forgot to actually qualify him. Have you done this before? You spent the entire conversation talking about your program, your process, your results, your testimonials. You're performing like a dancing monkey, trying to impress them with everything that you know, everything that's packed into your program. Meanwhile, you have no idea if they can afford what you're selling. You don't know if they're actually ready to invest, and you don't know if they're shopping around or if they're actually serious. You're giving away your best stuff to someone who might just be collecting free advice. And at the end of the call, when you make your offer, they hit you with, this all sounds great. I just need to research a few more options. Or, I'm not really ready to invest right now. And you realize you just spent an hour being a free consultant instead of a professional service provider. Qualify before you present. Qualification happens before presentation, not after. In the first 10 minutes of any sales conversation, or better yet, in the DMs before they even get on a call with you, you need to know 3 things. Do they have the problem that you solve? Do they have the budget to invest in the solution? And are they ready to make a decision? All of these things can be handled in the DMs. If the answer to any of those is no, you end the call politely and professionally. Your time is valuable and you don't give it away to people who aren't serious about buying. Mistake number 5, the scarcity stupidity. Never create fake urgency because it's obvious to your prospect. If you think you need to create urgency, it might have you make up fake deadlines, fake timelines. This price is only good until midnight tonight, even though you've never actually raised your prices. I only have 2 spots left, even though you just launched and have 0 clients. This offer expires at the end of the call, even though you'll probably make the same offer next week. If you're using fake scarcity tactics because you heard some sleazy salesperson say at work, this is going to make you sound like a used car salesman. You might smile, you might think you've nailed this process, but energy is real and your prospect is going to feel it. Your prospects can smell the desperation from a mile away. Never make up scarcity. It's okay to have real scarcity built into your offer, but you don't want to pretend like there's an expiration or a limited amount if there actually aren't any. That's totally out of alignment. And here's the thing that's really embarrassing. If you are creating fake urgency, it's because you don't really believe in the real value of what you're offering. You think you need tricks and pressure to get people to buy instead of just being so good that people want to work with you. If you're going to use urgency, create real urgency, not fake pressure. Real urgency comes from the real value and the real boundaries. If you only take on 5 clients at a time, that's real scarcity. If your prices are going to go up next month because you're in demand, that's real urgency. If someone needs to make a decision because you have other interested prospects, that's real pressure. But fake deadlines and manufactured scarcity just make you look amateur. Be so good at what you do that people are afraid of missing out on working with you, not afraid of missing out on a fake deadline. You're going to feel it, they're going to feel it too. The real secret to confident sales? Confidence. You have to figure out how you can get more confidence in your offer, confidence in your pricing, confidence in your boundaries. When you know that you're the best solution for the right person, you don't need to chase, discount, or pressure people. You present your offer, answer their questions, and let them make an adult decision. How do you do that? Always work on making your offer better. Always work on serving the person in front of you. If that means that you put this offer out at a discounted price to work with more people to get better results, do that. Because the goal isn't to convince everyone to buy from you. The goal is to make it easy for the right people to say yes and comfortable for the wrong people to say no. And this is just going to come with practice. That's how you build a business full of ideal clients instead of a business full of people you had to talk into working with you. Now that you know what not to do in sales conversations, you need to understand what to do. The most successful coaches I know have a specific framework for high-ticket sales that feels authentic and converts consistently. In my next video, I break down my exact discovery call process that's helped my clients close 10K, 20K, even 50K deals without feeling pushy or salesy, and you can click it here to watch it now. And if you want to practice your sales skills with other entrepreneurs who get it, I have a free community where you can actually role play sales conversations and share what's working. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.